All right, deep divers.
Yeah.
Welcome back. It's time for another deep dive. And this time we're diving into the world of bamboo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we've got some pretty interesting stuff to talk about today.
Yeah.
We're mainly going to be pulling from the announcement for the European Bamboo Expo 2025.
Wow, Europe is getting into bamboo.
Yeah, I mean, we've always known that bamboo is like a pretty versatile plant, right? It's not
Yeah.
just panda food.
Right.
We're talking construction, furniture, textiles, even food.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently there's a lot more to it than we even thought.
Sounds like it.
It's being hailed as this potential solution for like all these different problems,
Huh.
climate change, sustainable development, even poverty reduction.
Really?
Yeah. So, what do you think about all this? Where do we even begin with the potential of bamboo? I mean, you're kind of the expert here.
Well, I think the most fascinating thing about bamboo is just how many industries it's starting to make a real impact on.
Okay.
You mentioned a few already, like construction. Yeah, we've seen bamboo being used as a building material for a while now. But it's really starting to take off furniture, too, obviously.
Yeah.
Bamboo furniture is becoming increasingly popular. And then there's paper textiles, even gastronomy. High-end chefs are even using bamboo shoots in their dishes.
That's pretty wild.
It is. But I think what's really got people's attention lately is the sustainability aspect.
Okay, so everyone's talking about sustainability these days. What makes bamboo so special in that regard?
Well, for one thing, its CO2 absorption capabilities are incredible.
Like, how much are we talking?
Studies have shown that certain species of bamboo can sequester up to 35 tons of carbon per hectare per year.
Wow.
Compare that to like 15 tons for some of your typical forestry trees. That's a huge difference.
So this is why everyone's saying that it's like a super plant.
Yeah, it's a game changer when it comes to carbon credits, something that Europe is very focused on.
Okay, hold on. I know we have some listeners who aren't carbon credit experts out there.
Woohoo!
Can you break that down a bit for us?
Sure. So basically, a carbon credit represents 1 ton of CO2 that's been removed from the atmosphere. Companies and even countries can buy these credits to offset their own emissions.
I see.
So sustainable bamboo cultivation could be a huge source of these credits.
So basically, we're not just talking about planting trees anymore. We're talking about bamboo as a way to combat climate change.
Exactly. And the good thing about bamboo is that it grows so fast.
Right.
So you can actually generate these carbon credits much quicker than you could with traditional forestry.
That's incredible. Okay, so we've got the carbon sequestration thing going on, but you also mentioned soil regeneration earlier.
Right.
What's that all about?
Right. So bamboo has this really dense root system, and it spreads quickly, which is amazing for preventing soil erosion,
Oh, that makes sense.
which is a problem in many parts of the world. But on top of that, bamboo can actually improve soil fertility over time.
Oh, wow.
Certain species can even thrive in land that's already been degraded,
Really?
making them ideal for these land restoration projects. It's actually being called the plant of the future in some circles, particularly in Europe, where soil degradation is a real concern.
Okay, so it's a superhero.
Pretty much.
So it's amazing for the environment. That's clear. But what about people? What about the economic impact of all this?
That's another area where bamboo really shines.
Right.
I mean, look at a country like Indonesia. Bamboo farming has helped lift thousands of families out of poverty.
Wow.
It's a fast-growing, renewable resource that can be used to make a huge variety of products, providing a steady income source and creating jobs, especially in rural communities.
That's amazing.
And the best part is that the demand for bamboo is only going to increase.
Especially as people become more aware of its benefits.
Exactly.
So we're talking about a situation where Europe gets its sustainable building materials and its carbon offsets, and countries in other parts of the world see economic benefits.
It's a win-win situation.
It really is. Okay, so with all this excitement around bamboo, I mean, it sounds like Europe's really getting ready to take this to the next level.
Yeah, they're definitely on board with the whole bamboo movement.
What's this? I hear about a European Bamboo Expo.
You're talking about the European Bamboo Expo 2025. It's going to be in Dortmund,
Dortmund.
and it's going to be huge.
What are they going to be focusing on there?
Well, the main focus is how the European wood industry can leverage bamboo's potential for local markets.
Interesting. So they're really looking at it from like a practical perspective.
Exactly. How can we actually use this stuff to make a difference here in Europe?
That makes sense.
The Economic Development Agency of the City of Dortmund and Web Productions are the organizers.
Okay.
They're bringing in experts from all over the world to discuss the future of bamboo.
Now, obviously, we're both pretty excited about the potential of bamboo here,
Yeah.
but I think it's important to be realistic too. Are there any downsides? Are there any challenges that we need to be aware of?
That's a great point. I mean, as with anything, there are always challenges. But I think the key is to be aware of them and to address them proactively.
So what are some of the challenges that you see?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is ensuring sustainable harvesting practices.
Yeah,
We don't want to repeat the mistakes of the past.
where we just exploit the resource.
Exactly. We need to make sure that we're not contributing to deforestation or damaging ecosystems in the process of harvesting bamboo.
So how do we prevent that?
I think it really comes down to responsible management and planning.
Okay.
Things like selecting the right bamboo species for the region, making sure that we're not just creating these monoculture plantations,
Right.
and ensuring that the harvesting is done in a way that doesn't harm the surrounding ecosystem.
So it's really about being thoughtful and intentional about the whole process.
Exactly. And then on top of that, there's the challenge of developing responsible market chains.
What do you mean by that?
Well, we need to make sure that the people who are involved in bamboo production are being treated fairly,
Right.
that they're receiving fair wages, that they're working in safe conditions.
So it's not just about the environmental impact, it's about the social impact as well.
Exactly. We need to make sure that the entire bamboo industry is sustainable from top to bottom.
I think that's a really important point. There's a lot of excitement around bamboo, and rightfully so.
Hmm.
But we need to make sure that we're not letting that excitement blind us to the potential pitfalls.
I agree. It's easy to get caught up in the hype, but we need to approach this with caution and a commitment to doing things the right way.
All right, deep divers. So there you have it. Bamboo. It's not just for pandas anymore.
No, it's not.
It's a versatile resource with the potential to impact everything from climate change to rural economies.
But it's not a silver bullet.
We need to proceed thoughtfully
Absolutely. We need to learn from the mistakes of the past.
and work together to ensure that bamboo truly lives up to its potential.
The European Bamboo Expo 2025 is going to be a big step in that direction.
So here's a question for you all to ponder. What unique applications or collaborations do you see for bamboo in the future? Could it be incorporated into urban planning? Maybe it holds the key to sustainable fashion. The possibilities are endless.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what people come up with.
Keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, maybe we'll see you at the European Bamboo Expo 2025. Until next time, deep divers, stay curious.